built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to NBA Gut Game TV. Thanks for tuning in. When we talk about the best bigs to ever play the game, you get names like Shaquille O'Neal, Wilt Chamberlain,
She needs to the world blow up.
Bill Russell, and if you're lucky, maybe Hakeem Olajuwon. But one of the best centers to ever play the game is David Robinson. But for some reason, he's unappreciated and always gets overlooked. So we're going to dedicate this video to David Robinson and take a look on his career and how great he actually was. But before we start with this video, if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Underneath the video, you will see a link to our Facebook page. Likes, I really appreciate it. And I will say, without any more blah blah, let's go.
I got it on voice. Just load it on there. I can read the word.
Thank you.
Hear that?
Worse than that.
Oh, okay.
I ain't turning nothing off, Knox.
Before all the trophies, before the NBA championships, there was a beginning. So let's start with David Robinson's basketball career.
David Maurice Robinson was born August 6, 1965 in Key West, Florida, to Ambrose and Frida Robinson, and was raised with his brother Charles and sister Kimberly. Since his father was a career enlisted sailor, the family moved often. David excelled in academics and was a talented musician. During his senior year in high school, he joined the basketball team. As he displayed tremendous talent on the court, he was discovered by Navy Athletics. He set off to the academy to receive a quality education and continue his family legacy of service. David was a math major, but was most noted for his athletic talent. He led Navy to 3 March Madness tournaments, making the Elite Eight in 1986. In his senior year, he was the NCAA's best player, receiving the John Wooden Award. The Lucky Bag noted Dave for his great friendships and memories. Following graduation, he was selected first in the 1987 NBA draft, but passed on 2 seasons to honor his military commitment.
The second pick in the 1987 NBA draft goes to the Phoenix Suns. The San Antonio Spurs will pick first in the 1987 NBA draft.
Bob, congratulations, first of all. Clearly, David Robinson is a top pick in the draft this year, but he comes with some complications, that 2-year military hitch. Will you still go after him?
We waited 14 years. What's 2 more?
Welcome to the 1987 NBA draft. The first selection in the 1987 NBA draft will be made by the San Antonio Spurs.
On the phone to San Antonio executives in San Antonio, Texas, ready to get the word. Unless there's a tremendous shock, that will be David Robinson, the 7'1" center from the Naval Academy, who's an ensign in the Navy right now. And by the way, not here today because Ensign Robinson is having breakfast this morning in Washington, D.C. with the Vice President of the United States. I guess that's a good excuse. Right now, let's get a personal profile of this man, Ensign David Robinson.
I'm more oriented. I mean, I know where I'm going, I know what I want to do, and I apply myself a lot better. And this place has helped me in a lot of different ways, a lot of ways that even I couldn't have suspected when I came. And I'd really like to play pros. That's one of my main goals right now. I've tried to approach the game in a way that not to get too caught up in it. That way, you know, I feel like I'll work on it and it'll be fun and I'll learn to enjoy it. And that's pretty much what's happened. Now I'm to the point where I really enjoy it a lot, and I spend a lot of time, a lot of my free time doing it, and that's because I'm starting to love the game. But I think I did approach it in the right way. I mean, I wasn't swamped with basketball right away, so I gradually learned to like a little bit more and a little bit more, and now I'm pretty much consumed with it.
David Robinson, as I said, David had breakfast with the Vice President of the United States this morning in Washington. I have a feeling David's watching this on television right now. San Antonio has made up their mind. They are ready now to announce the pick, and we go to NBA Commissioner David Stern.
The San Antonio Spurs select David Robinson from Navy.
Now it was official. David Robinson would join the San Antonio Spurs, but the Spurs had to wait for 2 more years. But when David arrived, he was just as good as advertised.
Back to him. Big cut, Benjamin underneath, and Robinson from nowhere for the block. Highlight film rejection, David Robinson. And at the other end, the slam. Even David had to manage just the hint of a smile. Manning on the reverse, another block. Back to him. Big cut, Benjamin underneath. Nowhere for the block. Highlight film rejection, David Robinson. And at the end,
David was amazing. In his rookie season, he played all 82 games, averaging 24 points, 4 blocks, almost 2 steals, and 12 boards. For the following seasons, the San Antonio Spurs were a yearly title contender. In 1994, David Robinson scored 71 points in one single game, snatching the scoring title from Shaquille O'Neal.
You thought we were forgetting this one. Well, we had to save the best for last. It was well documented all year long. David was locked in a season-long race for the NBA scoring title with Orlando's Shaquille O'Neal. The race was nip and tuck all year long and would ultimately be decided on the last day of the season, reminiscent of 16 years earlier when the Spurs' only other scoring champ, George Gervin, scored 63 points on the last day to win the title over David Thompson. However, Robinson would not score 63 points against the Clippers on this late April Sunday afternoon.
Here's Robinson at the baseline, takes the outside jumper, bottom of the net, and now the Clipper crowd cheering David on. And the crowd will tell you if he makes the free throw. Here it comes. The Clipper crowd tells you David Robinson has just set a Spurs record of 64 points in one game. And the Iceman George Gervin smiles on the bench as his record has now been broken by David Robinson with 64 points for the Admiral this afternoon. 48 seconds left. They want David again. The crowd wants David to score again. Here is Miguel Knight on the dribble. Throws it up to Rodman. Dennis holds it out. Starts the drive. Give it to David. Grabbed by Ellis. Double teamed by Wood. Takes the jumper. Yes! 71 for David Robinson. The haircut.
Robinson would score 71, the 7th highest single-game scoring performance in NBA history, winning his first ever scoring title. Much to the chagrin of O'Neal's Orlando teammates, but to the joy of all of those involved.
In the mid-90s, David Robinson was the NBA superstar. But in 1996, he had a serious injury and could only play 6 games. The San Antonio Spurs became the worst team in the league. But the grand prize was Tim Duncan in the draft. Now David Robinson had to change his playing style, playing alongside Tim Duncan. But he managed it perfectly. Recognizing that Tim was the better player, David became the wingman and won 2 championships. At age 37, David Robinson retired as one of the best bigs to ever play the game. How good was David Robinson? Well, Jane Rose puts it best.
David Robinson has a legacy that spans the basketball court, but off the basketball court as well. And it's not overnight. This is a guy that was the College Player of the Year for the Naval Academy. a multiple All-Star with the San Antonio Spurs, and All-Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, a two-time NBA champion. And his signature was a big man that could play physical and tough, but yet get out and run the court like a gazelle with his quickness and his agility, not only to score the basketball, but to block shots, get steals, even score 71 points in an NBA game. David Robinson was a trendsetter also with his foundation.
Hey, and thanks for watching this video. We really hope you enjoy our content, and if you'd like to support our channel, you can do these things. First, subscribe to our channel and click the notifications button so you will always be up to date when we upload a new video. And also check out our Facebook page. You will find the link underneath the video. Likes are very appreciated. Thanks a lot.
Yo, this Big Illinois 73, host of the Backyard Podcast, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time on the Built for This network. Check us out. Hosted by yours truly, with my panel, my fam. We got the sister Kim Webb, the brother Dre MC1, the brother Anuliel, and the brother H-Rap B. No topic is off limit. We laugh and joke. We get serious. Try to be informative. Check us out. Once again, that's the Backyard Podcast, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Let's go.
It's your boy D Greatest from South Central. Tune in on Sunday for Sunday Night Love Jones, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And on Mondays for Monday Night Love Jones, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for good music, good conversation, and good vibes. It's all about the love. Yeah, man.
Let's go. This is H-Rap B. You are listening to Built for This Network. This is the End of the Bench Sports, hosted by yours truly with my man Joe and Employee of the Month. Joe was actually worse than the Employee of the Month. He was actually playing his television earlier. How whack was that? But anyway, this is the End of the Bench Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, good evening, good night, good afternoon, depending on what time of the day you are listening to the podcast. And the reason I say it's a podcast is because, damn it is. But the reason I say it's a podcast is because if you're not listening currently, you can go back to Spreaker.com, pull up Built for This Network, find the show. You can go to YouTube. You can go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, or wherever you choose to download your dope podcast, including this one. As I do before every show, I want to shout out my ancestors, as well as my family, because without them, there is no me. And that goes for everyone that's connected to me with the last name of Whitmore, Pollard, Turner, Battle, Cotton, Harper, Bailey, Crisp, Lansdowne, Liggins, Duncan, and my mother, my brother, my father's sisters and brothers. We are the Williams clan, and we are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to my esteemed co-host, Captain Television, and the Employee of the Month.